So former CEO over at Sony Computer Entertainment, Jack Tretton, he had a 19-year tenure over at Sony. He departed the company in 2014, but he has gone on record to say that the Sony PS Vita was too late to find a target audience. Okay, that's fine. He said that it was a great machine that became relevant before it even hit stores. Quote, now that I don't work there anymore, I think internally it was. Quote, again, this is a great machine. It's just too late. The world has shifted to portable devices that aren't dedicated gaming machines. This was said during an interview with IGN. Now I want to expound on what he said here, and I want to discuss a few things. So I think that the Vita is an absolutely great gaming machine. For portable power, it is one of the most powerful dedicated gaming machines that you can have as a portable gaming console. Better than the 3DS on paper. That again doesn't mean that it's generally speaking better, because if developers make better games for the 3DS, games that you would want to play versus the ones that are available on the Vita, it doesn't matter how powerful or great the machine is. I would love to see how Hyrule Warriors for the 3DS would have turned out on the Vita with the extra power. Sure, it would have looked graphically better and the frame rate would have been a bit more stable. I digress though, that's not what happened. I personally am still looking into getting a Vita, but asking me $150 to $200 for an obviously outdone previous handheld iteration that is definitely exiting this generation for the next handheld version is a bit hard of a pill for me to swallow. When you're rich, it really doesn't matter. You can just throw down money on a handheld console. Okay, I'll just buy both of them. It's not a big deal. But if you're a kid and you're asking for a Christmas present, you have, a choice between 5 different consoles, which would be the 2 handhelds and the 3 main home-based consoles. And then you also have the choice of a PC, a gaming PC, and or a bunch of games for said PC that you already have, or a nice new graphics card. That's like 8 to 9 different things you can ask for Christmas, and you'll probably only end up with one of them. So which one, right? It's extremely difficult to grab an audience and say ours is better than the 3 home-based consoles, the PC gaming market, and also our portable competition. Now, the Vita had some great games. I have played it. I have played several games on them, and the ports are really good. I've played Spelunky on it. I've played other indie titles. I've played Call of Duty on it, and it's graphically great, and it's really good for JRPGs. It's good for RPGs, and it's really an interesting niche kind of console. But nowadays, what he said about people wanting more out of their game console, more than just a dedicated video game console, it makes me sad on the inside, because honestly, I absolutely hate using my phone to play games on it. Is it convenient? Yes. But is my experience good? 99% of the time, no, it's not. I have like 4 games on my phone that I can tolerate, because the experience and the fun is just not there. Games like Cut the Rope, while good and well done, are just not as fun as games like, Hyrule Warriors, as I have stated before. Games like Pokemon. Then these are very fun, engaging, in-depth games versus the phone versions of their counterparts that would be, like Clash of Clans or something? There are fun phone games like Dungeon Boss, which I have reviewed in the past as well, but it's a hard sale to sit here and say, hey, we have this dedicated gaming machine. It's pretty big. It can fit in your pocket, but it's definitely going to jut out, versus your slim Galaxy S7 versus your iPhone 6 or 7 or whatever that you can just put in your pocket and you're going to have with you anyways. What we're asking you is to carry a nice heavy extra peripheral with you wherever you go, to college, to class, and you could potentially lose it. You could potentially break the screen a lot easier. And you're going to also have to carry these cartridges with you because it's not completely digital, as the 3DS initially started off with more of a cartridge base and then moved over to also digital inclusion. Same with the Vita. Again, but the proprietary sales for the memory card for the Vita also is pretty shitty. You have to pay an exorbitant amount when the standard for phones is micro mini SD cards, and you could get a very big, like 128 gigabyte micro mini SD card type expansion, some type of SD card for maybe $19, $20, and when you're comparing it to the Vita's proprietary format, you have to pay like $30 to $40 for a very large card, and that's just ridiculous. You're asking people able to do that. Again, same with the games. The games are way better on Vita in quality, in length, in enjoyment, but when you have literally thousands of them free at your fingertips on the phone, it's more convenient, it's faster, it's quicker, easier to download, and it's right there for you to download. So in the end, why would you get a Vita if the phone's market is already there and you already own it? You're shelling out an extra amount of money for a closed ecosystem that you have to overpay for the accessories for, and on top of it, it might not even have the games that you personally would enjoy. So unless you were really into Sony, unless you were really into the type of games that came out on the Vita, it's really not surprising that it didn't succeed well in this current market. Would it have succeeded back in, I don't know, 2005 to 2010? Probably not, because the PSP didn't outdo the DS and the Game Boy Advance. So again, we're talking numbers that we've seen in the past. The only reason that the PSP did so well is because a lot of people really liked the idea of being able to carry around that amount of power with them, carry around the UMDs, and play games that they would have never been able to play before on mobile. But nowadays, cell phones have more power than an Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, and it's in your pocket, and you don't need UMDs. It's not big and it doesn't jet out. It's not clunky, and it's not a dedicated gaming system. You get bored with your game on your phone, you can surf the internet, and you don't have to use this clunky chat pad interface that the PSP or PS Vita had. Again, it's streamlined, it's easier, websites are easier to bring up, you have dedicated YouTube apps, and that's just probably the reason why people wanted it. As he stated before, they wanted an all-in-one device, not just a dedicated gaming solution. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I don't really have much else to say about this. Do you think the PS Vita failed for a different reason? Let me know your thoughts, questions, and concerns in the comment section below. The gameplay footage in the background might be a game from a PSP game, so if you guys enjoyed it, let me know your comments in the section below. I will probably get the footage from someone, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys have yourselves a great day, and as always, good gaming, and God bless. Thanks for watching.